Hello, I'm Lily Castaño, and welcome to this interview with the artist, or interview artist in the studio. I think that's what Lilo has set up. I don't know. Well, we'll see how we go along. But I'm Lily Castaño, and this here is this is Puggy. Yes, he's also a bit of an artist, as dogs can be. Done some floor prints and some canvas work, haven't you, with paint on your paws? Yes, yes. So welcome to my little studio. We're just hanging out today, really. Just doing some wall work on the wall, and listening to Glenn Lion, which is fabulous. Uh, this is my studio, and it's primarily a kind of space that I can hang out in and keep for storage. I'm tired. Keep a lot of my materials, paintbrushes and scissors and hammers, and this is my palette at the moment. Yeah, you want to smell that? I don't know if you'd like that one. And so that's kind of what this space really is. I've also got quite a big floor space as well, so I can kind of do stuff. And then I think what's really useful is we've got in the corner gallery up the road sort of thing. So that is wicked because we can access that, and for me, I can play out ideas with the other artists, obviously, but also primarily with sort of, I like to work mainly with mannequins and materials and stuff. So it's a really good space to go and access and play out. I think Rabbit Girl's in there at the moment, doing some dancing and singing and stuff. So that's kind of cool. But yes, I feel really blessed actually as an artist under lockdown, because it's given me the opportunity to come back into my studio, which I think I'm probably quite a private artist, in terms of I like to have my own space. I like to work primarily by myself, to produce works, and I value that space because it allows me to be fully immersive and fully expressive into the artworks. And obviously Babe Bunny and Nina D and Rabbit Girl, we kind of come in and work in the corner gallery and talk about ideas and stuff. But this studio space is really a nice sort of, it's like having a bedroom again at your home, at your parents' home, or whatever, in your parents' house. It's like, the rest of the world goes on and you just shut the door and you're in your element and put on your tunes and whatever. But yeah, so that is really important. But I think I've learned that for me as an artist, I tend to work better if I'm on my own. And I think if I was having to share or split this particular studio or any studio with other artists, I would find that quite curtailing, and it would definitely impact on, for me, not so much maybe Nina D, but for me definitely my ability to produce what I feel is profound works, because I think I need that spiritual and spatial and energy space to do it, because a lot of my work is primarily around signs and messages and ancestral spirit stuff. So I kind of rely a lot on kind of intuition and just different energies passing through and passing around. And I think if that's a space that's not, or if that's a space that's being interrupted, then that obviously interrupts the flow, I feel. But anyway, but I think being in lockdown, I'm really blessed because where I live, I've got quite a good community of people around. And one of the things that my friends and I have been talking about is setting up a space called Rumpelstiltskin, which is going to be kind of other artists coming together in a space where we can share our skills and experience and knowledge, set up workshops to teach each other and maybe others things, and so so I'm in talks with my good friend Alan Faith, and we're thinking about setting up Rumpelstiltskin, as I say, for other like-minded artists, because I think what I've learned is that it's really good for me to have my own space, but also also I think so that if it was in a communal space, so that there's other artists around you and other creatives around you, so you can go and say, oh, come and see this work, or what you're doing, or hanging out, and to be on tap, really. So like in a big house, we all have a room each, or ideally it'd be like in shipping containers, we'd all have a shipping container each, and they'd all be on a big plot of land, and we'd have a communal barn or something, and a big kitchen, and we'd have livestock around, chickens and pigs, and composting and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I think that's the ideal thing. But so we're just talking about that, because Alan's a sculptor, and he's got phenomenal experience and knowledge in things like casting and welding, and which I have no idea around. So we're going to do some tutorial things, and and we're also in talks with Appleby Edibles, which is run by our good friend Lucy Tether, I think her name is, and it's because she's looking for some other land to kind of do a kind of communal grow your own veg, fruit, whatever stuff. So Alan and I would like to tag on to that. So that'd be really good. So we're kind of like at arm's length talks with just kind of being aware of opportunities that are coming up. So in our community, so there's the Appleby Heritage Centre, and then there's Oakley Trust as well. So we're kind of just putting up our hand and saying, hey, we'd like to do some stuff. So I think there's opportunities here to kind of maybe go some way to achieving our ideas, which would be really good. So that's a little bit about Rumpelstiltskin. And I think if each artist has their own workshop or own space to produce works, and then we come together in a communal space like the garden or a big kitchen or whatever, and we can bop to each other's studios, and there's massive room for collaboration. And I'd also like a gig space, so we can have artists like Rumpelstiltskin or Glenn Lyon, he can come in and do some work, do some stuff. So I think it's just about having a plan, having ideas, knowing what you want, knowing what we want green space, we want some animals, we want it to be sustainable, and then you start looking and talking to other like-minded people, and you start kind of going around farms and saying, hi, do you have any land that you want to rent to people like us? So we're kind of like in talks and working forwards to achieve some of those ideas. So that's kind of what we've been up to. But today I'm just writing on my wall. I'm doing a big R letter on the wall. But I'm not totally happy with it because it needs more gold and a bit bright red, because she's got sort of dark red. So I've got to do that. Because the letters R, C, G are really significant, are really, really powerful. So the idea is that I do an R, and then I kind of put link like a spider map or mind map or whatever, to all the things that I attribute to R. So R's primarily Mama, and Rodriguez and Ricardo, of course, and Romania's a big thing. I think that Mama's family or history is something to do with Roma, and also to do with Romania. So there's those sort of things. C, obviously Castaño, Colombia, Cumbria. There's loads of C stuff. And G is a relatively new letter that we didn't used to like G. We struggled with the colour green, and we struggled with the letter G about 2 years ago. So that's been quite interesting as things come through that. So yeah, so we're, so yeah. But I think I just sort of, it's interesting because I work with red, white and black, and so do the other artists actually. We're kind of like, we kind of all like these shamanic colours of the underworld. So that's really interesting. But I think obviously green is coming in, a gold has come in. They're all G letters, G words. But yeah, so that's really interesting. I think we just, as artists, a group of artists, we kind of work really well with what we've got, with limited materials. We kind of have, we make use of what we've got around us, so that produces, or forces you to kind of reevaluate and stuff all the time. We've just done a new piece with some material that we used in Like Father Like Son, the big flag piece of material. So that's come out again. So yeah, so it's just reusing stuff, which again is quite a good ethos, I suppose, for Rumpelstiltskin's sustainability idea. But yeah, so yeah, that's what we're kind of doing today. We're just hanging out, listening to music, writing on walls, and yeah, I think the wall work is primarily. I know that Rabbit Girl has set up her artist sign, and I feel quite privileged because I've just worked in the last week on doing some sketchbook stuff work for the next issue, which has been really good. But I think for me as an artist, I like to draw on walls and mind map and stuff, because it just brings it to fruition, and also then you can kind of paint over it and update your ideas and stuff. So yeah, so the piece that I'm doing at the moment is the letter R, and I don't know if you can kind of see it, but it might not be. So there's some. So yeah, it's sort of like, it's like that at the moment. It's back to front for you guys, but yeah. So she needs some bright red and stuff. But yeah, and then there's some storage stuff here and some hammers and yeah, and there's my book light. I've got to fill this in, and but yeah, so that's sort of what we're doing today, and yeah, but yeah, thanks for joining us, and yeah, we're back soon, I guess, and yeah, we'll be, there'll be new works going up shortly. I think Lilo wants us all to update the website. I'm not very good techno thing, and I tend to be quite quiet with it all. I just just let someone else do it. But no, we all have to take responsibility for that. So I've got to update the website, my part of the website, and yeah. So yeah, but I think there's some new images coming from Nina D, I believe, that are getting released later on this week, I believe, so look out for them. And then in May, there's a really exciting event happening in the Corner Gallery with 3 of us, and Rabbit Girl's taking the lead with that, so that it'll be exciting to find what that's all about. So yeah, so just keep an eye out, and we'll just be working away here. Flying away, and but yeah, but we'll update you with the ideas of Rumpelstiltskin, and yeah, any other stuff that's going on. But no, it's been really, really good, and thank you for joining us today. And yeah, so we look forward to seeing you guys soon. All right, and thank you. Bye bye.